we come to position. You guys are tricked a little bit by position. When they say, go do this in flat position, and you've been doing it like this, okay? So let's talk about some of the positions and then how it reflects some of the joints that we have. So the first position is flat. Its abbreviation is a number 1. If it's a fillet, it's an F. If it's a groove, it's a G. So when I combine them together, I either have a 1F or a 1G. What, do you guys know what angle a flat position would be? Straight down, what angle is this?
90 degrees.
90. Okay, so flat is a 90 degrees down. What about for a fillet? 90. Remember, when we talk about position, we're talking about the position of our rod, nothing else. We're talking about where does the arc come from and what position is it going towards, right? So it changes when we have a fillet because we still want to use flat position, so our weldment changes. Flat. All right, horizontal. Its abbreviation is, and it gets followed by what? F or a G. So we have a 2F or a 2G. All right, so if I have a fillet, what angle would I have? So we'll put 90 here. Horizontal, like the horizon, left and right. Good, we will have a 45. Now, are we talking about our weldment or where our arc and our rod are coming from? Right, so that means this would be horizontal. Would this be horizontal?
No, it's flat.
No. Okay, so depends on how our groove is, but most of the time, the angle of our groove will look like a Pac-Man. Now, we know Pac-Man is 45, and this is horizontal. All right, 3. What abbreviation is it? Vertical. And of course, we have a F or a G. What angle do you guys think it is? Good, 90, you're seeing the pattern. 90 degrees. This, I don't know if I can draw it very well for you. So this is gonna be my fillet, and I'm gonna move this way. When we do structural material is from what thickness to what thickness? 3/16 and above is structural material, which means we always go vertical up. Now, 3/16 and below is what? Sheet material, and we want to go vertical down. We will have less penetration. Anytime it's sheet, anytime we're working here, we want to work on vertical up because it is the most difficult. And usually with stick or anything that's followed with slag, you usually don't go vertical down. You're more likely to have slag inclusions because the slag rolls over your bead. Okay, so unless you have the proper technique, you do not want to go downhill with anything that has slag. Okay? And not only that, it really wasn't meant for that. It's meant for deeper penetration, especially when we're talking about stick or flux. Okay? Okie dokie, so last one is what? Overhead, all right. Since you're doing it, tell me the angle. It's a 45. So we'll have 4F and a 4G, and it is technically 45 degrees. So it's really the opposite of your horizontal. Think about it for a moment. This is horizontal, yes? Now, if I throw a mirror up here, it becomes this. Okay. So it's not as difficult as you think. Now, is this still overhead? Does it matter where my weldment is? No, why not? Yes, exactly. So when we're talking about it, if my rod and my arc are aiming this way, this is considered overhead, regardless if I'm welding here or here. It's still considered overhead. It doesn't have to be over my head. Sometimes people kind of misconstrue that they think that whenever they're learning overhead, it has to be right over them for it to work. It doesn't. You just have to give it in a place where you can actually see what you're doing. And we're talking about the position of this, not our weld, right? Okay, does this make sense to everybody?
Yes.
Cool.
Please like and subscribe. Stay tuned for another part. Weld the world.
Weld the world.